Today I'm going to give away a free t-shirt, bring you a Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown fight, bring you comics news, and reveal the books I bought this week. How y'all doing? I'm Victor, and you are watching the Comic Hero Show. Now kick that intro! Welcome to this week's edition of the Comic Hero Show. I'm your host Victor Nunley, and I am the Comic Hero. This month is Oral Cancer Awareness Month. Now, oral cancer is cancer that develops in any part of the mouth, and risk factors include tobacco use, heavy alcohol use, and human papillomavirus or HPV infection. The most common symptoms of oral cancer are sore mouth ulcers that don't heal within several weeks, lumps in the mouth that don't go away, and unexplained persistent lumps in the lymph glands of the neck that don't go away. Other symptoms may include pain or difficulty swallowing, which is also known as dysphagia, changes in your voice or problems with speech, unintentional weight loss, bleeding or numbness in the mouth, one or more teeth that become loose for no obvious reason, or a tooth socket that doesn't heal after a tooth is removed. There's also difficulty moving your jaw and red and white patches on the lining of your mouth. These are common, but they're rarely signs of oral cancer. But they can sometimes turn into cancer. So if this happens, if you experience any of this, go get checked out, please, sir, please, ma'am. Now, here in America, there are over 200,000 cases per year, and oral cancer can be treated via surgery or radiation. But if it's very severe, that's when chemotherapy may have to take place. Now, this is an oral cancer comic hero routine. Inside the speech bubble, you have the mouths, and then you have the Oral Cancer Awareness Month ribbon, and then their other slogan, "Watch your mouth." I mean, if you smoke and if you drink, or like before, or if you have an HPV infection, then you may need to stop. Now look, I know that I'm not trying to tell y'all what to do, but I'm just letting y'all know what the risk can be if y'all continue to do this. Because I don't want to hear anyone dying of anything, much less oral cancer. And if there's something not right with you, whether it's oral cancer or any form of cancer, get checked out. I mean, it's your life, and you only have one life to live. So live it and be responsible. All right, it's time to give away a free t-shirt. All right, on last week's episode, I asked, which original Teen Titan once had a heroin addiction? Well, the correct answer is Speedy. Now, if you would have said his real name, Roy Harper, or his other superhero names, Arsenal or Red Arrow, I accepted your answers. And 21 people have answered correctly, and because they've answered correctly, their names have been entered in the drawing for a free tee. That drawing takes place right now. So the winner of the free tee for this week's episode of the show is Ian Carter. Now, this is someone who answered on the Low Global Comics Facebook page that I'm a member of. So congratulations, Ian. You got a free Comic Hero tee. All right, here's the question for next week's episode, and this is a Marvel question. Who was the first superhero for Marvel Comics? Now, here are the hints. The first hint is that this character made his debut in Marvel Comics #1 in 1939. The second hint, this superhero fought alongside Captain America during World War II. And then the third and final hint, this superhero also shares a superhero name with Johnny Storm of the Fantastic Four. That's the dead giveaway right there. If you don't answer that, I don't know. But anyway, everyone who answers correctly will be entered in the drawing for a free tee on next week's episode of the show. All right, now I have a Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown fight for this episode, but if y'all sent any request, then they'll be featured in future episodes. But this one features a member of the Outsiders and the Suicide Squad going up against a most beloved character in X-Men lore. Representing DC, we have Katana. And representing Marvel, we have Psylocke. These two are going to duke it out in a segment I like to call the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. Welcome to the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. Today, it's Katana versus Psylocke. Katana is a master swordswoman, martial artist, and hand-to-hand combatant. Her Soul Taker sword grants her the ability to capture the spirit of every being it kills and communicate with them, including that of her deceased relatives and husband. Psylocke possesses telepathy and psionic blade generation. Who will win? Psylocke knows she's going to win this fight, so she plays possum with Katana until the end. She later finds out that it's not a good idea to mess with someone who has a sword called Soul Taker. The two would trade punches and kicks for minutes on end until they both pull their swords out. The family members within Soul Taker would try to persuade Katana to back off, but she wouldn't listen. Katana then begins to slice at Psylocke's limbs and then knocks her out with the blade handle of Soul Taker. Just as Katana is about to finish off Psylocke, the latter abruptly stabs her in the midsection with her psionic blade and leaves her in a catatonic state. She then psychically sets free all souls trapped within Soul Taker. Psylocke wins. And that concludes this fight on the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. Alright, well, I hope y'all enjoyed that fight, and I'll have another one for next week, and I can tell you right now, it's from Mia Darrington from Raleigh, North Carolina. And if y'all have any requests y'all want to make, go ahead and make those requests. You can do so on social media, or if you have my phone number, you can text me. I mean, just any way you can, even if you see me out and about. I really need some fight requests, so go ahead and get them out. All right, now it's time for Comically Speaking. So without further ado, let's talk comics. Alright, there's only one thing that I'm going to talk about in this segment of Comically Speaking, and that's GeekCon. It's coming to the Shreveport Convention Center in Shreveport, Louisiana on August 13th through August the 15th. And some of the guests there are going to be Christopher McDonald, who played Shooter McGavin in Happy Gilmore, Lexi Rabe, who played Morgan Stark, of course that's Iron Man and Pepper Potts' daughter in Avengers Endgame, Emily Swallow, who played the Armorer on The Mandalorian, James Murray, the host of Impractical Jokers, and then Eddie McClintock, who was on the cast of Warehouse 13, and then we all love him, we all know him, Jason Mewes, Jay himself from Jay and Silent Bob, is going to be there. Of course, Jason Mewes also played this character in Mallrats and both Clerks movies, and in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Really looking forward to this. This is great. Now, I'm going to go. Well, I really haven't decided whether I'm going to go for sure because, we're still in this pandemic. Now, sure, folks are starting to get, more folks are starting to get vaccinated every day. But then there's still different COVID-19 cases going around. So if you choose to go to this, be careful. I might be there. As a matter of fact, and I'm saying this for anyone that wants to be a vendor there. I mean, if there's any comic merch or any cosplay merch you want to sell, then they're actually looking for some vendors, and I think I might do that. This is really not set in stone. I'm just going to wait another month and then I'll make my decision. But they're really needing some vendors at GeekCon. They don't really have a lot, and a lot of them are kind of bowing out to it because of the pandemic. I mean, here's the thing. Now, again, there are a lot of folks getting vaccinated, but then there are also cases, and then there's another frightening and even more deadly variant going around. So if you choose to go to that, take precaution. And if you have to wear a mask, wear it. I'm going to do the same. And I have some unfortunate news regarding GeekCon. Now, Lou Ferrigno was originally supposed to be a guest there, but then he's bowed out. So, but hopefully we'll get to see him at future cons, whether it be GeekCon or any other con throughout the country. I mean, we all love him from playing the Hulk in the Incredible Hulk TV series that ran on CBS from 77 to 82, and also in the made-for-TV movies, The Incredible Hulk Returns, Trial of the Incredible Hulk, and The Death of the Incredible Hulk. And also, he also had a cameo as a security guard in both the Hulk and then the Incredible Hulk movies in 2003 and 2008, respectively. But Lou, we love you, and we hope to see you at future cons. And hopefully, this I'm kind of getting off subject here, but hopefully this pandemic will end, and everyone will get vaccinated, and and either beat COVID. That's the important thing, beating COVID, making sure that, because this pandemic needs to end. I mean, we desperately need to reach this new normal, because this temporary normal that we're in is, it's limiting us to doing the things that we love doing. All right, that's it for Comically Speaking. Now let's get to the comics I bought this week.
Comic books I bought this week.
All right, first up is Children of the Atom #2. Fantastic Four #30. Guardians of the Galaxy #13. Iron Man #8. The Joker #2. Non-Stop Spider-Man #2. Power Pack #5. Superman #30. Suicide Squad #1. Suicide Squad #2. Thor #14. Wolverine #11. And finally, Wonder Woman #771. Alright, that's 13, which brings the total number of comics that I bought since December of 1997 to 10,573. Alright, well, I hope y'all enjoyed this week's episode. Here's a question again for... Alright, well, I hope y'all enjoyed this week's episode. Here's a question again for a free tee for next week's episode of the show. Who is the first superhero for Marvel Comics? Now here are the hints again. The first hint is this character made his debut in Marvel Comics #1 in 1939. The second hint, this superhero fought alongside Captain America during World War II. And then the third and final hint, and this is the dead giveaway. This superhero also has the same superhero name as Johnny Storm of the Fantastic Four. Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in the drawing for a free tee on next week's episode of the show. And congratulations to Ian Carter who won a free tee on this week's episode. All right, on next week's episode, there's not going to be a theme, but I can tell you that beginning next month, I'm going on one episode of the show next month. I'm going to raise awareness of brain cancer. And then beginning in June all the way through August, for the third year in a row, it's back. You love it, you know it. It's the Summer of Superheroes. And I'm going to do things a little differently because there are a lot of anniversaries that are going on this year. I mean, this is the 80th anniversary for both Wonder Woman and Captain America. This is the 30th anniversary for Deadpool. And this is also the 60th anniversary for the Fantastic Four. So I'm going to honor all those characters throughout the Summer of Superheroes. And then the last episode of the Summer of Superheroes in the last week of August, I'm going to get away from the superhero theme, and I'm going to raise awareness of spinal muscular atrophy, or SMA. I personally know some young people that have SMA, but it doesn't have them, and so I'm going to honor those boys and girls on that episode. Really looking forward to all the episodes to come. Looking forward to, I always look forward to it every week. I just love sharing my love of comics and anything within the realm with y'all, and also with life. You know what? I always love to show love. I always like to show love to people because, you know, if you don't show love to anyone, you're not really living. And again, I'm going to do this until I'm physically unable to. And if y'all have any requests for the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown fight segment, let me know. And then also, if y'all have any suggestions for the show, please let me know as well. I'm doing everything to make this show better than it's ever been. You know, and I don't really like to settle on doing things the same way. I just want to get better. And you know, I hope I hope the same thing for y'all, because you know, settling can only get you so far. But then when you're settling, you're not doing it right. Always want to get better at whatever you do. All right, I'm Victor Nutley on the Comic Hero. I'll see you next week for episode 354. So until then, be safe, be blessed, be a hero, and watch your mouth.